Good afternoon, class. My name is Jamie, and the title of my speech today is Let's Get Unplugged. So I'm going to paint the picture. You're sitting at a restaurant, eating with your friends, and you kind of realize about 5 to 7 minutes after sitting down that everyone looks a little like this, staring down at their phones. Or you go to hang out with your friend, they come to your dorm room or your room, and you're chilling out, and you're like, yeah, we're going to hang out today, but you're hanging out one looks like this. And guys, don't think I'm leaving you out, because I know even when you go out, and you're like, yeah, we're going to go out and hang out, but when you're standing up around and waiting, you kind of look like that. No one's talking. In every single one, they're staring at their phones. Their eyes are glued to their phones, but it's because we're the technology generation. This is our normal. This is not uncommon. If you look while people are waiting in line for a restaurant, everyone is staring at their phones, and it's because we're attached at the hip to our phones. Now, what I'm trying to get you to see today is the reason why we should unplug. And what I mean by unplug is not completely abandon our phones and take super long breaks. I mean, just take tiny, short little breaks, separate yourself, and take a look around. So 3 reasons why is you'll strengthen your relationships, lessen the addiction, and help our health. So, strengthen our relationships. According to Huffington Post, the relationship between parent and child. They said that when parents are distracted, because we've all seen parents standing in the supermarket, the kids, mom, pulling on their shirt, but the mom, phone in hand, not paying attention. And this isn't just for parents, that the kids feel like they're fighting for their attention, that they're they're worth less than the person on the phone. And this doesn't just go for parents. This is actually the other way around as well, between parents and children, because we have all experienced having a conversation with our mom or our dad, and we're talking to them, but then we get a text message. And we check our text message, and our parents like, what are you doing? I was having a nice conversation with you, and you just interrupted it. And this is something that my mom constantly complains about, because she hates having our phones at the dinner table. She doesn't like it. She's officially banned it. And we're all kind of getting used to having normal dinners where we talk to each other again. But this also goes between friend to friend. Like when you hang out in that picture, you're back to back, usually, or in the case of me and my friend, we're texting each other, and that's how we're talking. That's not talking to each other. If you think to Lydia's thing, she talked about intimacy, eye contact, even giving each other a high five. Don't talk to each other screen to screen if you're in the same room. Strengthen your relationship and your friendship by talking and speaking and sharing stories and conversing and enjoying your time together. Now, next point is addiction. Lessening our addiction. So, quick question. Within this class period, how many of you have actually wanted to check your phones or have checked your phone?
Or are checking them right now.
Or are checking them right now. It's okay, because we're all in this together. We are the technology generation. And we know that cutting out your phone cold turkey doesn't work. It actually makes you more anxiety-ridden. Quick story. We went to Nebraska, and my cousin is 26, very, very phone inclined, constantly plugged in, and we didn't have cell reception, and he almost went nuts. We were only gone for 4 days, and he was like itching to get to a Starbucks and connect to his Wi-Fi and talk to his friends. And I'm like, why don't you just hang out with your family? We're all here. We haven't seen each other in like 6 years. But he's like, no, I need to focus. My phone is more important. I don't ever want to get to that point. And we also hear about phantom vibrations. Have anyone ever felt that? When your phone vibrates and you're like, yes, it vibrated, but it didn't. In your head it vibrated, and you think you felt it, and it's kind of creepy. But according to CNN, we spend at least 1 hour a day on our smartphones, and that doesn't seem very long in the time span of 24 hours, but it's not one consecutive hour. It's constantly checking it. Every single time you check it, those little bits add up. And according to the Business Insider, we check our phones at least 150 times a day.
Oh.
So that's on average. Some people check less, some people check way more than that. But we check it while we're commuting, which is dangerous. Because how many people have ever walked with their phones and you almost walk into the crosswalk and it's not ready to go and you almost get hit by a car? Or you're texting and driving. Not a good idea, as we learned on Tuesday. Or, as we all admitted earlier, checking your phone in class. Not a good thing to do. But this is going to my third point, health. So we've all heard about, ooh, the radiation from your cell phone gives you cancer and whatnot, but, you know, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff that actually happens, and that's digital eye strain. More eye doctors are finding that as our phones have gotten smaller and smaller, our screens and what we're all focusing on has gotten smaller, that our eyes are starting to strain more, and we get dry, irritated eyes, fatigue, blurry vision, headaches. This is how you're supposed to look at your phone. No one does that. No one. But, so the next one, does anyone know who this is? Her name's Annie Leibovitz. She was in the news around 2010, I understand that's a while ago, but can you guess why she was in the news?
Did she get carpal tunnel from
She
texting?
did. She got carpal tunnel from texting. It was proved that she was, at her peak, apparently she texted about 100 times a day, and that, oh gosh, I can't imagine. But when you get carpal tunnel, your fingers feel swollen, you lose your strength and your grip, and it can also lead to your inability to feel cold and hot in your fingertips. And we used to only think that this came from using your computer, but now we're finding more people are getting it because they're constantly using their phones. So, but phones do connect our world, and I understand a lot of you are not from here, so your families are in different places, and the only way to talk to them is via your phone. But what we need to talk about is moderation. That is all I'm asking you to do, is consider the amount of time that you're spending. And so this is my challenge for you. Next time you're at a meal with some other people, if you're alone, it doesn't really matter, but put your phone on silent or on vibrate if you obviously need it to buzz or something. Put it away. So put it where you can't see it, where you can't see it light up when you get a message or whatnot. And then enjoy your meal. Take the time, enjoy the company that you keep. And if you honestly can't do that, then next year from Sunday on March 7th to Sunday on March 8th, participate in the National Day of Unplugging. Just put your phone away for an hour, completely disconnect for a whole day. Who knows what you might find or what you might find out more about yourself. Thank you.